Hi, this is Reasons Are Several, a weekly podcast where one of us already has vacation brain. My name is Matt. With me is Neil. This is episode 233. Hi, Neil.
Hi, Matt. I was just kissing 9. I'm at Angels Freak 7.
And I'm at Reasons Are.
There you go. How are you, Matt? Tadori, do you miss me already?
I do miss you already. And, you know, we luckily recorded a couple episodes to get people by and to get me by. I'll probably just listen to those and cry while you're gone and just act. I'll talk back to it like...
There you go.
Fill in the blanks there.
This will be good reason for you to check out our live stuff while we're in Jamaica, so you can get your dose of Neil.
Whoa. Go to Halos and Heathens vlog at youtube.com/Halos and Heathens.
More importantly, do you know what is 31 days away?
What's that?
Us in Oregon.
That's true.
31 days.
31 days. It's going to be epic.
Phenomenal. Me, you, and Jim Halpert.
That's right. We will have to record some quite a lot of stuff. I think. We'll try to. We'll do our show. We'll do a bunch of other things, but we'll see how it goes.
The record button will be pushed.
Pushed often. Yes.
Real good.
Many buttons will be pushed. Before we get into that, I just want to remind people of our Tinkle Bell giveaway. And I'm just gonna say, y'all need to step your game up. Like, I'm a little disappointed. We need some more tweets. You can tweet as often as you like. But get that hashtag Tinkle Me in your tweets and
maybe there aren't a lot of girls that want a pee standing up.
Or what about guys who want to fucking give something for their wife, their girlfright, their sister,
early
their mother,
Christmas
whatever.
gift, holiday gift, Hanukkah gift.
By the time you get it, it'll be like mid-November, so that right in time for the holidays.
Right.
Anyway, send your tweets saying something nice or whatever you want to say about Tinkle Bell, and make sure you tag at the Tinkle Bell and at Reasons Are and hashtag that motherfucker Tinkle Me.
Maybe you know like an indigenous person like Annalise, and you want to give her something on Thanksgiving because you took so much away from her and her family.
There you go.
So this is a great gift for indigenous people.
It's a small gesture, really.
It's the thought that counts.
It's much better than those blankets.
Much better. Much better.
You know who did step up their game, though? I'm
who?
just going to mention. Someone named Spooknia, a.k.a. Byzantium Sylph.
Well,
they had a marathon tweet that I think you might have seen that was like crazy, very clever. Drew a picture. It was like an 8-tweet string. So right now they have got to be the leader. But I need some people to step up and challenge them.
Challenge the frickin' tweet.
Yeah, challenge the tweet. Hashtag no, still hashtag Tinkle Me.
Yeah, that's it.
That's not Tickle Me. I'm not Elmo. It's Tinkle Me.
And it's not Jingle Bells.
No, hell no.
No.
But get after it. You got till October 31st, so make it happen. There's another product out there that I think would help a lot of people, not just Tinkle Bell.
What's that?
Which, by the way, in case everybody forgot, Tinkle Bell helps women pee while standing up without having to take off their clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's a product that I guess. So this was flagged on Twitter by the 2 on 3 podcast. Thank you, fellas. And it's something that has been around, I guess. I never really heard of it. And it's called Shreddies. Do you know what Shreddies are?
I do not.
Okay. So you recently shared a story on your vlog, Halos and Heathens.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
About going to the gym and gassing up the place. Because you were not used to working out in front of other people. And you just were like, whatever. And just letting them rip. And then realized, there's people around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another situation might be, what if you're at home having dinner with your lovely wife Annalise, and you gotta let one go, bro, but you don't want to, stink up her nostrils.
I don't.
With your stank.
Right.
Got some products for you.
Okay, good.
There's multiple here. So,
because we're one of those weird couples that don't rip in front of each other.
Oh, we don't either.
Okay. Yeah, we've talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do that. There will be moments of like, don't come in here.
Right.
But not actually witnessing the crime.
Right. Yeah.
Shreddies. After the success of its flatulence filtering pants and clothes, which I'll get to in a minute.
Nice.
Shreddies has launched a cushion offering discreet filtration wherever you need it. In the car, at the office, in the home.
I have heard about this, but I thought this came out like years ago.
It did.
Okay.
But they've just released this cushion.
Okay.
So the clothes came out a long time ago.
No, I thought the cushion did.
No, from what I could tell, the cushion is new.
Maybe it was by somebody else, but it was like a charcoal filled or something.
Well, God damn it, maybe this is old. But I'm telling you, I just saw it on Twitter, and I thought the story was recent, like within the last week.
Yeah, they're like, you can put it in your car when you're ripping it,
Well, shit, you know all about this then. Should I continue, Neil?
I would like you to, because wait a minute, what is it called again?
Shreddies.
Never heard of it.
So this the hidden carbon lining filters out odors, giving you the confidence you need when you can't hold one in any longer. So, but this doesn't seem very foolproof to me because it seems like you have to do it just right for it to work, or else this shit's gonna seep out all over the place.
I'd have to see the pillow, and I mean, I guess it's a very cushiony pillow because it's really got to wrap itself around your butt.
Yeah,
you can't have any air gaps.
Well, and you got to do a lot of testing, I'm sure.
Oh,
you got to
sure.
be home testing this shit out, and then that first one you're gonna let go. It's got to be a little nerve-wracking.
Well, what about this? So let's say you use one of these. So you're walking onto the plane, holding your Shreddy pillow. Everyone's going like, "Oh, seriously,
that guy's
man?
gonna let it go."
Yeah, yeah. You're like, I mean, unless it's like at your, or you're like the wife or the husband of the person who like comes to the dinner table and plops their Shreddy down. You're like, seriously? Oh, we're going to the movies? Hold on, I got to go get Shredder.
It says like the logo is like Shreddy. It's for farting or something like that. Like you're carrying it with you.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no concealing what its purpose is.
No, yeah, it looks like a whoopee cushion,
but the reverse,
right?
So, well, something to keep in mind here, Neil. Shreddy's inventor and owner Paul O'Leary has always been proud of the small part he has made in making people's lives easier with flatulence filtration products. Over the past few years, he has helped lots of people suffering with stomach-related illnesses, such as IBS, colitis, and Crohn's disease. So maybe people are like, fuck it, I got Crohn's disease, I got some problems, some gas is going to come out, and I don't care if you know I'm bringing this cushion on. I'm helping you out by not sticking up the plane.
Well, if that, and think of it like if you work in an office and, you know, you kind of, maybe you have a cubicle mate or an office mate or just in an office and you're like, everybody knows, you've probably talked about it, they probably smelled you, and they might appreciate that you do use the shredder.
Yeah, exactly.
You just get like your butt ripped.
That's funny. Neil doesn't fart at the office anymore.
Right.
Oh, but he does.
But he does.
And the gym. But
Freaking
not at home.
Duct tape that thing in my butt.
So the pants, it says, have previously made global headlines, which is where you probably heard it, for the clever way they filter the stink out of people's flatulence using carbon. Carbon.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking of vodka, so I went charcoal.
Now these pants come in all shapes, styles, and sizes. So they have pajamas, which I think would be probably the most useful because, let's face it, you're sitting around the morning after having some drinks or whatever, a big meal. That's when the gas is going to come out. So if you can sit there and conceal that from your partner, your family, whatever.
Sure.
I think that's where it's the most useful because I don't know. I mean, I'm speaking out of turn too because I work from home, so I can let them fly all day. In fact, I've come real close to forgetting when I'm in the office.
Oh,
and like
sure.
almost just destroyed.
Oh, like you heard in the story. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good when you're used to something and you're trying something else. But you cannot just man spread and blast away. You got to be real careful with the way you do it. So basically what it describes is you kind of got to have your legs together.
Yeah. And, you got to direction that shit. Literally.
Well, because it's not going to muffle the sound,
no.
First of all. And second, it's only a defined space of carbon filter that's going on.
Right.
So yeah, so you got to really condense it, which makes it sound like I'm going to be sitting at my seat, like with my butt cheeks clenched, and you're just going to hear like that sound of like the air being let out of a balloon. You know, it's going
right.
And then, hey, it doesn't smell though.
Yeah. Well, I do think. I mean, I think this is definitely geared more towards people that have an issue that are like, man, if this cuts down my stench or people know that I'm doing it by 50%, it's a win for me. You know,
well, I feel like
or maybe a little confidence where you're like, oh, I don't have to keep getting up and going to the bathroom or excusing myself. I can just kind of squeeze my legs together and, you know, freaking balloon knot myself.
Well, I think, oh man, balloon knot. I think it's one of those where I feel like a lot of people are no sound farters.
Yeah,
that is not me.
Oh, really? I can no sound it pretty good.
Well, sure. I mean, you can make it happen if you got to,
but
like
most of the time, no. Most of the time for me,
most of the time you're a silent but deadly kind of guy.
It's because it's all stretched out. That thing's blowed out, man.
Oh, gross. Mine is such a virgin bottom.
Yeah.
that it's just kaboom.
It's just
There's not much room to come out, and it
No.
just explodes. Boy, I'm sorry. Is anybody still listening? Anyway. So, by the way, the cushion priced at 28 pounds because this is an English product. So yeah, go check that shit out. I still think they need to get a noise muter. They've got to find a way to like
noise canceling headphones.
Yes,
You fart into the back of a Bose. Yeah,
cushion.
Yeah.
Or fart. Yeah, they need to figure that out. I think that would make. I think that would
that would
make it a
make
lot
you
better.
happier.
Fuck yeah.
Maybe like a silencer. Maybe if you stick like a silencer up your butt.
Well, that or the fact that you could always blame that smell on someone else, but when they hear it, they know where it came from.
Yeah,
it's the sound. It's the sound that gets you fingered. What?
What?
That didn't sound right.
No.
By the way, they also sell clothes for incontinence for men, women, and children, which I think is so funny because it's like,
aren't those like just Depends?
A continence for children. Yeah, it's like that's just a diaper.
Yeah, and for adults too, right? I mean,
yes, it for sure for adults, but it's funny for kids because it's like, yeah, kids aren't great about not shitting themselves or whatever. Anyway, speaking of getting caught beating off. Oh wait, what? What?
Yes, I was thinking about this the other day, and then my lovely wife said, "Oh, you should tell Matt."
I love the things that she feels like you should share with me.
Right.
Oh, that's gross. You should tell Matt about it.
Right. So I do enjoy whacking the jackalope every now and then.
Sure.
And I like to be alone, obviously, when I do it. Now, there's only certain places I can do it anymore because we have so many goddamn cameras in the house. But
both bathrooms.
But pre-camera, sometimes I would come into this little room where we do the podcast.
You would whack your pud in the podcast room?
Yeah, just sit on the chair, spread out a nice little towel, have a good time. Sometimes put the headphones on, sometimes record it, whatever.
Masturbation chair.
There you go. So I shut the door and I came in here and I was...
How long ago is this?
Oh, a while. Yeah, because we've had the camera for a while.
Okay.
I thought I shut the door well, but I guess I didn't. And one of our dogs, Zero, the little white pitty, walked in. Yeah. And he doesn't have to go far from the door to get to me. And of course, I was like, oh my God, the door's opening. So I started to stand up to shut the door, but the dog had already come in. So I had my little buddy in my hands, half naked, reaching towards the door. And the look he gives me was of such utter disappointing. I mean, being disappointed. It was so like just, he looks at me first like he's excited, like, oh, you're getting up to see me, like ears perked up, the goofy pit bull smile, tongue out, and then all of a sudden the ears folded flat on the back of the head. He made like the little pucker with his mouth, like parents do when they're like, and his eyes got like really small, and he just sunk his head down beneath his shoulder blades and just slowly backed out of the room. And he doesn't back up normally. Like he just doesn't like to back up. But nope. But the look was, I was like, oh. So I shut the door and finished, and then went out there and played with him.
I hope you finished. You don't want to give yourself blue balls over the dog catching you.
But I've never felt embarrassed to whack it because it's just part of the deal. But at that
when
particular
a dog
moment,
catches you, that's pretty tough.
Terrible. I think I'd rather be caught by my mom.
I think I just hope the fact happened that later that day, like for the rest of the night, he couldn't look you in the eye.
What's funny is I can't think. He was probably fine because he's not all that sharp. But it would have been hilarious if he's like, nope.
Yeah.
It's like when we had our dog Seven, and he'd get mad at me. He would follow me in whatever room I was in and sit in front of me with his back to me. Like if I was in the office and then I went to the bedroom, he'd walk in the bedroom and sit right in front of me with his back to me for like hours. I'm like, I got it.
God,
I pissed you off. Oh, he was hilarious.
Didn't he have a farting problem that you?
Oh, that dog was gassy as hell.
Yeah. So see, he needed some Shreddies.
Incontinent. He needed the pants, the puppy pants,
the puppy jeans. They have jeans. Those fucking things. Anyway.
I want jorts.
Well, that is pretty fucking funny.
Yeah,
I can say that I've never been. I don't believe I've ever been caught ever.
Really?
Oh fuck! Knock on wood.
Yeah. You're gonna be in the office and forget you're not at home. You're gonna whip it out, start farting and jacking. Everyone's gonna be like,
"Sorry, guys.
Hey, finance
Matt,
guy.
What?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You're here. I'm going to talk about a look of disappointment. Coworkers.
Coworkers' ears go back.
they all back out of the room. Like, geez.
That'd be funny.
I'll at least go to a conference room, get a little privacy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah, then realize that the video conference machine is on and it's going out to all your
we
clients.
We can see you.
Yeah.
I, by the way, recently went on a trip.
Oh, the family? Where'd you guys go? Disneyland or?
We went to California. Went to Palm Springs.
Nice.
And my lady friend's mom lives down there with her husband.
How's mom?
She's doing well.
Good.
So
good.
They live in like one of those 55 and older communities.
I'm gearing up to go to one.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
You do that?
Oh, for sure.
No.
Yeah.
You want to do a 55 and older?
Yeah.
Okay, you like to golf because you almost have to.
Well, I'm not saying I'm going to do it in Palm Springs.
I know, but a lot of them are that way.
Yeah, no. I'm looking. Well, they've got like that we talked about the Margaritaville.
Oh, Margaritaville.
Yeah,
Margaritaville.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
I feel like there's got to be. Did we come up with a Bon Jovi?
Yes, we did.
Themed one?
Yeah.
What was it called?
I forget, but we had a mix of the Bon Jovi and somebody else. We're doing a whole thing. Yeah.
So anyway, we went down there and we hadn't been there in a while, and so there was some pretty cool shit we did. Like there's a tram that's there, an aerial tram. So you drive to it. By the time you kind of drive up to the base area, it's like 2,500 feet above sea level. You get in this thing and it takes you 6,000 feet up the mountain.
Oh, cool.
And lets you out, and then you can hike up there.
Sure.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, but they don't actually let you. You can't hike all the way up to the top. Like you have to take the tram. Kristen Meyer.
Right.
God, she was like giving me shit about that. Oh, you didn't hike up it?
Yeah.
Like, fuck off, man.
Right.
I got shit to do. I got 2 small kids. I got an old guy with me.
Well, Kristen she gets a little big for her britches when she starts spouting out about hike up there. It's like, come on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A little big for her.
She'd feel a little different if she had 2 kids and, was trying to do this stuff out. Yeah.
And a dad around.
Yeah. She's just like all talkerson.
Yep. It's all hypothetical, isn't it, Kristen? Jesus. We also went to like the living desert is what they call it, which is just a zoo. Saw some cheetahs and shit. That was fun. There was a little goat petting thing.
That's the open one though, right? It's like they're not in cages. They're out. I mean, no. they're enclosed.
It's a zoo.
Oh,
I mean, it's not like cages.
Right, but it's not like the safari thing.
No, it's not the safari thing.
Okay, all right.
No, it's not that. This is a full-on zoo.
Okay. Now, I'm not a fan, Matt. I'm going to tell you right now, not a fan of zoos.
I know you don't like them. I'm going to tell you about it anyway, just for a second. So there's these goat things. I can't remember what they were called, but they're from Africa, and now they've been brought over to Palm Springs. Yeah, they've been put in a cage. So they're loving it. They're just loving it.
This story is getting better by the minute. I don't know what they're called, but they're from Africa, and we put them in cages. Man, Africa cannot catch a freaking break from the U.S.
So the kids could go in there and pet these little guys. And at one point I turn around and this one is just giving the business to the other.
Oh, really?
Will not stop mounting him or mounting her
Nice.
and just getting after it and just
Nice.
continuing to pound.
What the kids think?
The kids didn't really notice, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
But this other guy and I made eye contact, and we're like, not contact. We made eye contact.
Just call me Goaty Goat.
Reach out and touch me, man. We made eye contact, and he's like, well, they got to learn sometime. I was like, exactly. It's just nature. Anyway, I'll move on from the zoo because I know it's upsetting.
No. Go ahead. No, it's fine.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll move on from the zoo.
So what? So was this mostly like? So you said living desert. So I guess mostly like Saharan or sub-Saharan animals.
So it's split into 2. There's an African half and a North American half. So
okay.
You got cheetahs, which
Right.
are pretty sweet looking things.
How big did they get up to elephants?
Did not have elephants.
Okay.
They had giraffes. They had some big ass fucking steer looking thing with the most
Biggest
huge horns I've ever
Right.
seen in my life. They're freaking enormous. So they have quite a mix of
Any
that.
primates or anything?
No.
Okay.
No. And the North America section had like, mountain lions and
Still cool.
jaguars and shit like that.
People like the mountain lion, the puma.
The mountain lion is a little scary because we have the sightings here around here all the time.
Yeah.
And I kind of have developed another irrational fear that I'm going to be mauled and killed by a mountain lion.
Oh, I have that fear too, because when I used to ride mountain bikes, there would be mountain lions there, and every now and then you'd hear something off in the woods, and I'm like, it's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, that happened. I think it was in Southwest Washington, not in Oregon. It was really close to Oregon. But there were two dudes on a bike. On two bikes. It wasn't a tandem.
It was really
tandem bike.
Yeah.
It was a 4-man bike with only 2 guys on it.
Right.
You got to sit in the back,
one-man
bro.
bike, but one guy was on the handlebars. It was the weirdest mountain biking ever.
You got to sit on the handlebars. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I know there's 3 seats open. Too bad.
Sorry, man.
Anyway, one of the dudes, the fucking mountain lion came out of nowhere and just tackled him.
Oh, yeah.
Killed him.
Yeah.
So this is not good.
And mountain lions aren't the kind of animal like they don't do the dog thing where they attack and take a step back to like square up and fight. They just attack you and then eat you and then leave.
Right.
They're very uncool about that.
They are very uncool.
I mean, they're really nice aside when they're not eating you, but when they decide to, there's just
and I
no
don't know if
manners
you
about
know.
it.
I don't know if you know the method you're supposed to use when you encounter one, because the bear one is ridiculous.
Play
'Cause
dead.
You're like, it is going to be pretty hard to play dead and let this thing bat me around and gnaw on my skull and just go okay.
Did you see what is it? It's a Busch beer commercial where the guy, the guy's like laid out on his back. He's got his eyes closed and a bear's coming towards him. And, he's playing dead, but he's got a beer in his hand. So he decides to crack it open while he's playing beer. And then the announcer guy goes, play deader, Bob. Play deader. Yeah, no, mountain lions, you're supposed to make yourself look big, put something between you and them. So, like, if you have your mountain bike, you're supposed to put your mountain bike between you, like, stand it up on its rear wheel, put it between you and the mountain lion.
And kind of like be
arms.
threatening.
Yeah.
Yeah, be like, like
yell at it.
Kill you. Like, talk shit.
Yeah, talk
Like,
shit.
you
And
want
actually
some of this?
move towards it.
No. You don't move toward it.
Oh, that's what I was told.
You slowly move away. You just don't run. Because if you run, they'll chase you.
Oh.
But you're supposed to slowly move away.
Matt, I say we tell people, go ahead and move towards it.
With your mountain
Well,
bike.
I got 2 out of 3 right, so.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, it's because I just read this recently where they were saying, make yourself big, scream and yell. Don't, like, if you have a small kid or a kid,
Throw
get
the
them on
kid
your
at
back.
it. Oh.
You throw them at it.
Yeah. Well, can you run faster than the kid?
Yes, of course.
You're
It's
good.
survival of the fittest.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have to be fast. You just have to be faster than something.
That's right. Because there's no way that thing's going to eat more than one person.
You just donk the kid on the head really hard. Doink. Oh, he's stunned.
Trip.
I'm out.
Sorry.
I don't even have
we
to
can't
run.
go back, honey. He's gone. Look, he's
I'm
gone.
just walking off this mountain.
We got to survive. He's gone.
You and your lady friend are up in the hills, and you got 2. So you're like, we'll just do one real quick. We'll see how far we get. We got 1 more to throw back.
Like, don't give up on the trip.
Right.
We
And
still got another out.
And you guys need to discuss now, like, do we leave the bigger one first so the cat has more to eat, maybe gets hungry and is just done, or do you leave the little one?
Right.
Because you already put so much work and money into the big one.
That's a good question.
And then
I
your
don't know.
wife better hope that they don't, once they are bigger than her,
Right.
she's out.
Then she's fucked.
She's out. Yeah.
Like, you better keep your speed up.
Yeah. I mean, think about it this way. I mean, honestly, at your age, what's it going to be easier to get? Another wife or 2 more kids? Easy pick up another chickie.
Well, considering the fact that I can't procreate anymore, probably gonna
That's right.
Probably gonna
You got
be
a
easier
broken
to find
dick.
a wife than a
Yeah.
kid.
So you're good.
I'm glad we've come up with this plan.
Man, see, zoos are, they make you think.
Educational.
That's right.
Make you think. Oh, everybody go to a zoo and think about things like this.
Take your
You got to
kids.
put it in practical terms because let's be real. You know, like you're probably not going to encounter a cheetah.
No.
But a mountain lion, sure.
Sure.
And you need to know what you want to do when you encounter that
Wild
mountain lion.
turkey. There's a lot of them around.
It's true.
Got a little
Good
kid,
point.
you just kick your kid right towards that wild turkey. Ain't going to even bother you. I don't even
No,
know if a
not at all.
wild turkey would want to bother you, but this way, you're safe.
I don't even know if they want to bother you. Dad, I don't want to go over there. Just go. We got to figure it out some way.
You like Thanksgiving, son? Go get that.
Yeah, go get that thing. He's wild. He's fine. You're bigger than him. Anyway.
You've got wild turkey. I'm going to drink some wild turkey. It's going to be good.
Exactly. I'm going to drink the wild turkey while you fight the wild turkey. Let's go. Sell tickets to this shit.
Dad, why are you
Okay.
handing me razor blades? Put them in your feathers.
Got to learn to fight dirty, son.
That's right.
Make a shiv out of something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So then we went to the Air Museum.
Oh. I'm
And I
hoping
don't know
that
if
it's
y'all
like more aeronautics than just air. Like, oh, this is
It's
air
just
from,
air. It's
this
just
is
air.
air from Milwaukee.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah, that's really.
Air from all over the
That
world.
would
Yeah.
be good. Just
get to
Lexan sealed cases of just air. No, you can't smell it. You just look
you
at
just
it.
get to look at them.
Mhm.
Oh man, you probably have some beef with air museums too, I'm sure. But I'll just tell you about this one. It's pretty sweet. Like, so we have one here in Oregon that's called the Evergreen Museum that's got the spruce goose in it. It's fucking huge.
Yes,
you know?
my parents have been.
Oh, have they? Okay.
Mhm.
So, oh yeah, because it would have been real close to where the wedding was.
Yes, I guess.
Yeah.
Apparently, because
You-
they went.
Yeah, you ignored it.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool. This one's cool. It's got it had a whole section on the Tuskegee Airmen.
Oh, cool.
It had like one of the planes with the red tails. It was pretty
Nice.
sweet. Had a whole thing on women in aviation.
Mhm, mhm.
So it had a lot of really cool stuff. It also had a B-17 that's there all the time that you can go through,
Oh, nice.
which is cool because they have one of those at the one up here. The tour, the one in Palm Springs, was a little bit more interesting. They kind of shared a lot more information. Those poor fucking guys.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've seen Memphis Belle, it looks way more roomy in Memphis Belle than it is on the plane. It is tight.
Right.
And basically, like, the tail gunner has to just fucking lay down for like 10 hours.
Oh,
I mean, that's better than the other guys. The other guys have to stand up for 10 hours.
that's true.
And then one dude has to be in that ball turret for 10 hours. I mean,
They
that
don't
would
swap.
be horrible.
They don't like, hey, why don't you lay down and I'm going to go
No.
stand up. Oh, bummer.
You got your one spot and you're on it.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's brutal. It's just really, really tight. And so anyway.
In the Navy.
And then, but it's true. Times are hard. People forget.
That's right.
But one of the things they also had there was they had this like replica of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier from Arlington Cemetery.
Oh, yeah.
Are you familiar with that?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Just making sure you're familiar with it.
Yeah, what is it? 21 paces?
21. Good. God,
Mhm.
good job. And then they have to pause for 21 seconds.
Mhm.
And then, yeah. And,
And
the gun on the outside.
And the is it marble is actually worn out where they walk?
There's a pad that they walk across that gets worn out, and then they have to replace it
Right.
every however many months because they wear those shoes with all that
Crazy
metal shit on there so
Yeah.
they can make that clicking
click
sound.
click.
Have you haven't been to DC, right?
No.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. They do the changing of the guard. It's really moving. It's kind of a cool ceremony they do. But I was looking at this thing and I was explaining it to my younger guy, the guy who will be mauled by a mountain lion
Right.
first.
So you're thinking you're going to go younger for like the little one. That's a good call. I think I'd go that way too.
I just decided. At
Yeah,
this
that's
moment.
good.
Poor guy. Sorry, buddy. It gives a lot of information on what you have to do to be one of the guards.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to share that with you. And you
Okay.
tell me if you think you can do this.
Okay, let's go.
So you got to be 5'10" to 6'4". You're 5'10",
Okay.
right?
Yeah. Just over.
Okay. So you qualify.
Mhm.
You have to dedicate 2 years of your life to guarding it,
Mhm.
and you live in barracks that are underneath the tomb.
Sure.
So you're there for 2 years, fucking round the clock.
Yeah.
But then you're just on duty at certain times.
Right.
You cannot drink alcohol on or off duty for the rest of your life.
No. And not that
You could-
alcohol is that important, but it would be like now it becomes a thing.
Yeah.
You know? Now it's a thing.
Now it's a thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. I'm on duty. I get it. Or the 2 years of dedication I
Sure.
have to give to not drinking. Sure.
Sure.
But now I'm done.
Or even if it's like you can't plan to go drinking. All right, I get that. But if I just happen to be out and someone's like,
It
"Hey, you want a
just
beer?" I'm
happens.
like, "All right."
Right.
Yeah.
They'll take that pin right off your fucking arm.
So for the rest of your life,
Yes, you cannot swear in public for the rest of your life.
I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me. I'm not a
Dude,
big
you're
fan
on a
of swearing.
podcast where we talk shit. all the
I know, but I could easily not do that.
Well, you're not as heavy duty of a swearer as your wife or me.
Right. You guys are fucking crazy.
We bring it out of you though.
You do. You do. It's fun every now and then. For me, I'm still like a kid. Like when I get to
It's
do
like
it,
shock factor.
it's fun. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, for the first 6 months of duty, you cannot talk to anyone,
Okay.
and you cannot watch TV.
Okay. I'd be
So
all
for
right with
6
that.
months,
You can't talk to anybody.
anyone.
Like, what if you need to go to the doctor?
Guess you got a fucking point.
Burning.
I don't think nothing should be burning unless you're in with your bunkmates because you're
Yeah.
basically there all the time. I
Wow.
guess you could.
Yeah.
So I just love the gestures. No, is groaning count?
Does singing count?
I think so.
You just start singing.
What about humming?
Yeah.
Humming is kind of like singing.
That would be me. I'd be there and I'd start singing to everybody and they're like, "Are you drunk?" And I'm like, "Totally." And they're like, "You can't drink." And he said, "You didn't
This is
say
the
you
only
couldn't."
way I can get around this rule.
You said you couldn't butt chug.
And then you just are doing like miles of cocaine. Like, hey, you can't let me. I can't
right.
drink. I got to do something else.
That's right.
You spend all your off-duty time studying information about the 175, notable people laid to rest in the cemetery. Because you got all the time in the world on your hands. Because you can't watch TV, you can't talk to anybody.
Right.
Doesn't say anything about jerking off, though.
No, it doesn't.
See, the Air Museum makes you think, too. You have to spend about 5, some say up to 8 hours a day getting your uniform ready for duty. Whoa.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day?
Well, how long are the shifts?
That just sounds like they're trying to make you act like you have OCD.
Right. How long are the shifts when you walk, though? What are they, 7 hours, 6 hours?
I think
4
they
hours?
do changing of the guard in the summer every 30 minutes. And then I think in the winter it's every like 2 hours or something like that.
But
then I think you're probably like you shift out and you're still hanging out and then you shift back in.
Then you're back in. Yeah.
Yeah, you're over there singing.
Butt chugging.
So, you think you can do it?
No, I mean, I think people that want to do it feel like a calling to do it.
Oh, 100%. And they said it's the most. Did they say it's the most rare medal you can get is the one you get for doing that service?
Right.
It's extremely hard to get that honor.
Yeah, right. And it's not like you want it and you just go and go, yeah, I think I can do it. You're it's a big freaking deal. Now,
Right.
My question for this is after you do that, you can continue to serve, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
But I
so
think
I think if you were a career and you wanted to like continue to be a ranger or whatever, and you went and did this for a couple of years and then went back and that was it and then ended up maybe moving up the ranks, then it wouldn't be like the drinking or any of that wouldn't be such a big deal because you'd be wanting your body to be at its most fit to go do the crazy ranger stuff.
Sure, but you're probably going to want to have a drink on your off time.
But it doesn't say anything about like eating pot brownies, bruh.
It does not say anything about pot brownies. That's true.
Yeah, there's other
that
stuff
might have to
you
be
can
your
do.
jam.
Yeah, I mean, apparently
Singing and smoking weed.
You can get opiates in the DC area really easily. So freaking, whatever.
There you go.
Yeah. Could you do it? Would you do it?
No. I mean, all due respect, because that's an incredible dedication. But there is no fucking way I could do that. You think I could not even talk for a day? No. I would have trouble.
You'd have that fart pillow on your face.
Yeah. Can you fart? Can you make that noise?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, so that was pretty cool. We went one day and just drove over to Scottsdale to see her grandfather, who's getting on in years. I'm
going to interrupt you for a second. I think that would be a neat segment to do is just find these weird jobs to see if we could do them. Like just talk about, yeah.
We'll do that. I'll start working on it.
Cool.
Because, I'll have to do the research.
I'll do some because I'm going to find some bizarre jobs. Like,
okay.
Yeah, like cleaning out cum banks or something like that.
Hey, if you want to bring some material to the show,
I bring some. I bring. See, what I bring is
you brought the mountain lion thing today.
See, mine is spontaneous. For instance, when we started this show, if I would have put down on the dock, what kid would you allow a mountain lion to kill first? You wouldn't want to talk about it.
Got to spring it on you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll put the onus on you.
No, don't do that. It'll never get done.
The onus is on you to maybe I'll put it on the dock. That when you're back in November after vacation, you can start our "Holy shit, would you do this job?" segment.
Sounds good.
We'll have to come up with a drop for that as well. So anyway, we're down in Palm Springs. It's like 240, 250 miles to Scottsdale.
They were going to say it was like 240 degrees.
No, it was actually freaking awesome weather. It was like mid 80s, upper 80s. So anyway, my lady friend wanted to go see her grandfather, and so we go see him, and we show up, and they're in this like center, and so we go in there, we walk into their apartment, and he goes, "Hey," he goes, how do you say it? He goes, "Wow, you got bigger." That's what he said
To your
me.
lady to you.
To me.
Oh, I thought to your lady friend. Like,
But he did this thing with his hands like he was playing an accordion or whatever.
Yeah. Squeeze
And-
box. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh well, I mean, I was like, if you weren't 101 years old, I'd punch you in the mouth.
Knock your house out.
Why don't you back off, man?
Yeah, you should have gone all mountain lion on him.
Yeah, you can't run very fast, dude.
That's
You want to go
great.
hiking with us?
I like that. You got you're expanding. I mean, you look healthy. You look healthy.
Well, and then his wife tries to like take the shine off by being like, it looks good on you. Like, so you're confirming that I'm fatter. Jesus Christ.
It looks good.
Either that or I was incredibly emaciated before, and thank
Right.
God you finally put some pounds on. My God.
Right, right.
So that was fun. That was uplifting.
That's always a good, yeah.
He's 101 though. 101.
Yeah, and he could still notice that you
And
were
he
chunking.
still notices my fatness. Thanks a lot. God damn it. Couple other notes about the trip, and then we can move on to other things. I don't want to shit on...
You should. It's healthy.
I don't want to talk shit
All right.
about my lady friend's mom's husband.
Okay. Can we give him a fake name?
No. I'll just...
How about Peter?
We'll call him Mock.
Mock? Okay,
Yeah,
Mock.
He's a big show listener. He's
Mock?
every week.
Oh, hi, Mock.
No. There were two things that were pretty funny about being around him.
Mm-hmm.
One is when we would drive somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
it was like being in driver's ed or taking your driving test. He's like, we would get on the freeway and he's like, how the cars merging back there look?
While he's driving?
No, I'm driving.
Oh my! I thought he was driving,
No,
and
no,
he'd want
he's
you to
not-
be.
He's not blindly driving like he's driving a submarine, and I'm, his navigator. It's
No. I
it's
thought
me driving.
like he wanted like some
Help.
like kind of reassurance. Like, hey,
Oh.
how are the cars over there? Oh, okay.
No,
yeah,
no,
hey,
no.
have a. So you'd be driving.
I'm driving, and he's like,
Wow.
"Yeah, how's those cars gonna merge?" Or the girls are in the back. He calls them the girls. Girls are in the back. Like basically you're going too fast.
Who are the girls? Like your lady friend
My lady friend and her mom.
her mom. Okay, yeah.
He would continuously look over while I'm on the freeway at the speedometer. He'd look at it and then look back and look at it and look back. Look in the rearview mirror, see the cars behind me like getting further away, and be
Right.
like, it's 70 here, right?
Oh, jeez.
I mean, this was constant. Anything that looks like it's speed or anything that's going to be like dangerous, even though I got it under control. Everything's fine.
Right.
But then the other thing that was funny, and I actually shared a picture of this with the Myers because I was just joking with them because I figured they'd appreciate it. I sent them this picture. So on their wall in their living room are 3 crosses
Oh, jeez.
and a picture of Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah.
white Jesus or
To be fair,
Middle Eastern.
he
Jesus?
looked like he had some Middle Eastern
Oh, good.
in him. I
So
believe.
legit Jesus.
I think.
LJ.
I think. I mean, it's hard to see in the picture,
Right.
but still pretty white.
Okay.
Maybe just a touch.
Right.
But put it this way: when I sent the picture to Chris and Kristen, I said, "I'm not sure if my in-laws worship Jesus or Kenny Loggins." Because it looks just like Kenny Loggins.
Nice.
And Chris writes back, kind of looks like Barry Manilow with a beard.
I like it.
So I was joking with my lady friend. I was like, I really want to pull. It's like an 8x10.
Oh,
I was like, I really want to pull this out and autograph it and be like, peace, JFC. Just to see if they notice.
I think what would have been great is if you printed up or went and found a picture of Kenny Loggins and put it in there.
Swapped it, see if they
Yeah.
noticed.
Yeah.
I'm all right. No, I'm not.
Oh, that's too good.
I posted a picture of this, I believe, on Twitter at one point. Might have been with my personal account.
Mhm.
But the Oregon-Washington game was this week. I posted a picture. I get so freaky deaky about watching the Ducks that I don't want people to even be around me.
Mm-hmm.
You were an exception.
This is going to be weird when we go to the game together. You
It is.
realize, right?
And there's 58,000 people around.
Right,
me.
yeah.
Would you guys all just
Don't
fucking
look at me.
chill?
Don't look at me. They're like, bro, we're watching the game. Shut up.
You're gonna fucking jinx it.
Yeah.
So they had the TV out in the living room, but I didn't want to be out there with everybody and people saying shit and asking me questions and etc.
And so you're still at the in-laws.
I'm at the in-laws, and we're leaving that day. Luckily, the game's at 12:30. Our flight's at 5:50. Airport's about 25 minutes away, so I'm like, I think I can watch the whole game,
Right.
and then we can leave. So my lovely lady friend, being the wonderful person that she is, takes the boys to the pool and is like, you go do your thing. You know, like you sit there and watch your game, whatever. The game is like on in the living room, and I'm still not out there because I want to be by myself in our little fucking room on this crappy TV. It's like a 12-inch, maybe, color TV.
That's awesome.
And probably 30% of the screen is not visible.
Oh, that's great.
So I don't know how much time is left ever.
Oh, nice.
And if a guy goes into shotgun and backs up, like takes a deep drop, I'm like,
don't know where he's at.
I wonder what he's doing.
I wonder if he's scrambling yet.
Is somebody sacking him or is he still looking around?
Yeah.
What's going on? Well, I guess I'll find out in a minute.
There's a lot of people out of frame all of a sudden.
I'm really focusing on the audio of the commentator. Like, what did he hasn't said he got sacked yet, so I guess that's good. So did you watch any of the game? Because you were recording during the time.
No,
Okay.
we had, this weekend was crazy. I followed a little bit on the phone, you know, on the live, whatever it's called, live game center.
The live thing, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
So it was a very good game. It was very close. And so it's coming down the stretch, and Washington's driving to kick a field goal to win the game. And I'm just like, God damn it. I'm going to have to watch this and then go finish packing the car, get the hell out of here. I'm like kind of like packing the car on timeouts and shit, trying to get everything ready to go.
Right.
So I'm by myself in the room watching, and apologies to our Husky listeners.
Right.
He hooks the field goal and misses. I'm like, fucking sweet. So now I get to drive to the airport and listen to the game. Luckily, the car had satellite radio.
Oh, nice.
So I'm driving, listening to the game, and it's the Oregon feed, which is funny because it's this guy, Jerry Allen, who's been the Ducks radio broadcaster forever, and he's notoriously not necessarily the best radio announcer.
Right.
This is the man who has it like a notorious call where he says, like, throws it downfield, caught, dropped. Like back to back. And the other one that always cracked me up is he'd be like, Halpert rolls out, looking downfield, he throws it deep, and it is, did he catch it? I'm listening, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You tell me. Yeah.
You're supposed to tell us.
Yeah.
So
That's
he's
great.
just terrible. I mean, you like, he's one of those where you have a soft spot for him because he's been around forever and all that, but it's just like, oh my God, listening to that during an overtime, you're just
right.
like, oh my God, this is going to be hard. So I'm driving down, blowing down, fucking going 80 down the freeway, just listening to this, like gripping the wheel, not listening to my family at all.
Right.
And they know to just not even bother me. And so they end up winning, and I'm just like pounding the fucking steering wheel.
In OT.
Yeah, they won in overtime.
Tell me the college overtime rules again.
The Kansas plan. So it's, you start with the ball at the 25.
Okay.
You can get first downs. So it's just like normal. There's no game clock. There is a play clock, and you get one timeout.
Okay.
And so one team goes first. They can, they do whatever they do.
Whatever happens.
Field goal, touchdown, whatever. And then the other team gets to go second. So they know what they need to get.
Right.
And
if if the first team gets a field goal and the second team gets a touchdown, game over, they won.
And that's
if
exactly
the second team gets a field goal, then it's sudden death.
No. Then it goes back to the same thing again.
Okay.
But this time they flip it, and the team who went last goes first.
Okay.
They flip the order.
Ow.
But when they go to the third overtime,
Mm-hmm.
if you score a touchdown, you have to go for two. Because they're like, dude, we got to get out of here.
Oh, gotcha.
We
Okay.
could be here all night.
Right. I gotcha.
So they win. It was wonderful, and I'm all fucking jacked up driving down the road, and so then I get to the airport,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just excited, and this is a warning to you on how these things can affect my mood, because
Sure.
when they lose, I can be pretty mopey,
Mm-hmm.
and when they win, I'm probably the most fun person on earth.
Nice. Nice.
So I go inside to the airport, and I'm walking. We're going, taking our shit in to go check. And I see this guy who's got a duck shirt on.
All right.
And I kind of turn to him and almost like can't catch my breath. I'm like, did you see it? Did you hear it? Like a nerd. And he's like, actually, I just heard about it. And I was like, oh. I was like, yeah, I'm telling him what happened.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, great. It's like, okay. So I walk off and I'm like, hey, cocksucker, if you're going to fucking go travel on a plane, which means you're going to be exposed to many people, and you're going to wear your big, gigantic O fucking logo shirt
Right.
on the day they're playing their rival,
Yeah.
don't be surprised when somebody says something to you.
Right.
I know that we're not friends, and I normally am kind of one of those people you don't want to bug anybody. But like,
were you
I
were
gotta
you
say
wearing
something to you.
athleisure wear?
I was wearing athleisure wear, not duck stuff though, just kind of regular stuff.
But maybe he could see your raging freaking boner, and he was a little thrown off.
Could be. He saw me holding my my Shreddy in my hand, getting ready to go on the plane. He's like, "What's wrong with this guy?"
There
oh
you
no!
go.
Oh, this poor guy's got colitis. Anyway, as far as the grade, I'm gonna go A- because they played really well. There were certainly some things they did that almost cost them that game.
Sure.
I thought that
an A- to a tied game.
Well, they won the game,
But eventually they didn't
but
win in
Washington's
regular.
a top 10 team. They've been the best team in the Pac-12. Really, for the
They
last
didn't
couple
win
years.
in regulation time. They needed help. They needed more time to do the job
Wow,
they should have
so
been able to
harsh.
do in 60 minutes.
You're a
I'm
harsh
saying B+.
motherfucker.
I'm saying B+.
B+.
Yeah.
Not A+.
Oh, don't get me started. And then going back to Kristen with their A+, listen, you people.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Nervous there. What you're gonna say? You. I was like,
No,
what?
no.
I got to edit this out.
Yeah. So I'm going B+.
Okay. Well, Halpern was looking pretty subpar until like late in this first half. Then he started to look pretty good. I mean, good enough to get the win. I love that they were like dedicated to the running game and just. I mean, even though it wasn't necessarily, they weren't really gashing them. I mean, Washington's a tough team, and their defense is really good, but they just kind of stuck with it, and the defense played well. And the way they won the game was just basically the epitome of what that head coach is trying to do, which is just establish total physical domination in the trenches. Not that they had it, but it just
Sure.
the last play they were going to run a pass on 3rd and goal, and somebody's like, they've got fucking 8 DBs or whatever, 6 DBs, and so they're set up for a
DBs
pass.
would be awesome.
8 DBs, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They got
no,
8 guys in coverage, is what I meant.
Right.
So he's like, they're expecting the pass. So he called a timeout, and he's like, fuck it, let's run right at him. And so boom, and I mean, he basically was untouched into the end zone.
Nice.
So I just love the mentality. I like where the team is going, and it was a merry win. You know, it's pretty sweet right now. The sun is shining through right in the middle of your mouth hole.
Oh, is it? It is. That's funny. Oh, that's too good.
So it really highlights your mouth. It's really great.
My mouth hole.
Your mouth hole.
All right.
Let's move on to the technology desk. Beep boop, beep boop, boop, beep beep beep. We're all dead. Anyway. Couple stories. I was gonna say I think I'm developing a bit of a reputation, as a technology fearmonger, technophobe, as you could say. So this
grumpy guy,
and
terrible son.
Jesus Christ!
I mean, I'm just going by the hashtags you get on
stop
Twitter.
At any point.
Yeah.
Grumpy son, asshole.
Yeah.
I got a lot of several people.
Absent husband.
Several people
Uh-huh.
sent me this,
Right.
including the guys at 2-on-3, Cha from the Chicken Social, I think even somebody else. And then you sent me something just today about it. But I don't want to paint Boston Dynamics as like evil, but maybe unintentionally evil, perhaps.
Right.
But they keep creating these fucking robots, and so they created that robot dog.
Yes.
If you'd want to call it a dog.
Right. Four-legged robot.
Four-legged robot. Yeah, it kind of looks like a creepy insect, frankly, but it's sort of a dog. It can open doors and walk up and down stairs, and apparently it can fucking twerk and dance to a Bruno Mars song, which is just, isn't that hilarious?
Well, what I thought was cool is it showed all the micro movements that it could do. That's what I thought their point was, not that it could actually dance.
No, they want to show you how
micro
it's
movements
superior
and the
to
balance.
us in all ways. Right.
Okay. Yes.
Then they got that fucking human-like guy, Atlas. I
Atlas.
didn't know that was his name.
Mm-hmm.
And so he can, run and do box jumps and backflips and shit like that. I'm surprised they don't have him doing the rope thing, in the fucking gym, swinging the ropes.
The battling ropes.
The battling ropes, yeah. But he is getting better. And
Yes.
they keep releasing a video, it seems like every 3 months where he's doing something more.
Oh, it's going to start being like every 3 days pretty soon.
It seems like it. And a lot of people are like, oh my God, it's like mesmerizing. Look at this. I'm like, no, it's terrifying.
Oh, yeah. It is terrifying, but awesome at the same time.
So you saw this video of this motherfucker jumping up like a multi-layered platform and putting weight on each side of his body.
Mm-hmm.
And what the fuck?
Untethered.
Yes.
Self-sufficient.
That is not good.
No.
This is just,
No,
we're
I mean,
all
I
just
think it's
sitting back
great.
enjoying it.
I think it's great.
You do?
I do.
I don't. It is funny. I will say it's funny about one thing is when they showed him at the beginning running and jumping over the log.
Mm-hmm.
The way he's running, it almost looks like bad CGI, but it's
it
real.
Does. Right. Yeah, because it looks
like
so mechanical that you're like, that's weird.
Right.
And then when the second jump he takes where he gets all the spring off one leg or whatever you want to call that thing.
Yes.
Almost looks weird too, because you can see the pistons and everything, and then it just shoots the thing up into the air.
Right.
And it's like, holy hell, that's cool.
And scary.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. When they come to get us.
It's just a matter of time before they're able to put the human tissue layer around it, and then all of a sudden we're Terminator.
I would think if it was me, I would never put the human tissue around it just to make them more fierce, so there's no mistake. This thing will not have feelings for you. You have no chance in hell.
Well, it's funny you say that because it's going to come up in this other thing I saw this week. Speaking of technology and my fears, the tech world's latest, this is from CNN, virtual assistant looks so realistic you might mistake her for an actual human. Oh, God.
Why are they always women?
I don't know. That's a good question.
There's
it almost is.
Alexa, Siri, Chimera, right? That's her name.
Do they feel like it's less threatening or something? I don't know.
And Alexa just started talking to me.
More nurturing?
There's a new one. Is it the Sony assistant? Whose name is like Katie or something like that? Yeah,
Jezebel.
I'm curious, like, how it just seems wrong. It seems very sexist to me.
So you think, what if they only made males? Then would that be sexist to you?
Yeah, I think
so you think there should be a combination.
Yeah, you can choose. Like, I think you should be able to, like, Alexa, you should be able to call her Alex, like, and have it be a dude.
Right.
And Siri, they could just cut off the I and just sir.
Sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Military training.
Yeah.
So Apple has Siri and Amazon has Alexa. Does it go through?
Oh, I have headphones on. I like how he turned to look, though.
I just wanted to yell just in case.
Yeah.
But the life likeness of both are dwarfed by Mica. A prototype that Magic Leap, a highly regarded augmented reality startup, unveiled at its conference on Wednesday. Mica isn't just a voice assistant. She's a death machine. Just kidding. She's something you can actually see if you wear the company's augmented reality glasses called Magic Leap 1. Mica looks and acts like a human. And you saw this. She kind of looks like Cameron Diaz with short hair.
Yeah, she has. Yeah.
She makes eye contact and offers a warm smile along with other human-like expressions. Oh, God. The thing that was funny about this was it looks pretty damn real.
Oh, yeah.
Like when she's moving her eyes around and stuff and smiling, it looks real. And then they like do the thing where they go through a bunch of expressions and it looks like she's having a stroke.
Totally. The thing that cracked me up about that video is the dude seems so uninterested.
Oh, God, yeah. There's so many places he'd rather be.
You could tell he's obviously into it because he's, helped create this and all that. But looking at him and the tone of his voice was just like, look, man.
Yeah.
Just get through the next 2 minutes and then I'm going to bust out of here and play some D&D because I am done with this.
I can't tell if he's nervous or it's like the 50th time he's done this presentation and he's just sick of it.
Right.
So
I also couldn't tell if this was the only presentation they had of him being videotaped.
Yeah.
And it was almost like he was giving it like, if you had to give a presentation to like me, your lady friend, Annalise, and a couple of your other buddies where you'd be like, okay, this is it. Look, you see her face and see what it does,
Yeah, you just get through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not doing the Tony Robbins, let's all freaking hug each other.
Right. Experts say Mica is a breakthrough in realistic avatars and could have far-reaching implications for society, impacting everything from human connections to education and our health. My butt just puckered. Just reading that.
She can help you out with that.
For starters, she can be used to turn on or off your smart home devices, including TVs, stereo systems, and lights, or your pulse.
Yeah, but we already have that. Now we could just look at somebody. What's going to be weird is when they do the hologram thing. So when you call out like
this, you're still got gear on to see this gal.
Right. When you just call like and say, hey
Tupac.
Hey Tupac. Hey Mica. And then all of your devices, there's this little hologram person that pops up and says like, yes, Mark. What can I get you? And you're like, hey, turn on the outdoor speakers. And she's like, all right, I got that for you, bruh.
Oh, man, that's going to be weird.
Mm-hmm.
Magic Leap also demonstrated how Mica can answer detailed questions, such as recalling a person's favorite song from a concert attended a year ago. That's what you need. Like you're sitting around and your friends are over and Micah's like, shall I play, Katy Perry's Roar? That's your favorite song. You're like, no, it's not. You played it every day when you come home. I don't know what you're talking about. Shut up, Micah.
Drunk one night and said, this is my favorite. She plays back to you what you said.
You saying it. Listen, this is an exact recording of you demanding I play this song again.
That could be scary, but for someone like me with a little bit of brain damage and have a hard time for remembering stuff, it would be great to know what my favorite song from
Unless she's manipulating you.
Oh, that would even be better.
Could you trust her?
You convince her, you're like, Micah, let's play a joke on my lady friend.
Yeah.
Just start referring to me as Lucy from now on.
Mm-hmm.
Just freak her out.
Yeah. Let's see. It's you in cahoots or
cahoots
or to her. Is that too old timey for you?
I'm in cahoots with my virtual assistant. Does she sound like she's from the 20s? Yeah, hey,
a real wing dinger. In cahoots with Micah. It says, in fact, Micah seems so real that she startled Magic Leap's test subjects. So when people, quote, when people come close to Micah, they instinctively back up as if they were invading her personal space, says John Monos, Magic Leap's vice president of human-centered AI. These incredibly visceral reactions to Micah completely realigned our priorities. Our goal is nothing short of the most realistic human experience in spatial computing. Yeah, you should probably realign your priorities and maybe tone it down a notch, John.
When I first saw Micah, I thought it was a person who was going to show you, like you saw the person first, and they were going to show you Micah next to it, like how realistic. And then I'm like, oh no, that's Micah.
That's Micah. Hello, my name is Micah. I live on the second floor.
Well, think about stuff like this, like for Skyping, like if I could make a Neelica, and then you called up to do like the podcast, and it just popped up, and you're like, yeah, looks legit.
That's true.
And then all I told you was like, stuff we talked about a year ago.
It's just a lot of reboots. I was going to ask, would Neelica do research? Would she bring topics to the show?
Oh God, no.
So lifelike.
Right. And then all of a sudden it would do that stroke thing where it would just go through all my facial expressions. You'd be like, oh, that brain aneurysm finally hit him.
That facial flush was just bizarre.
It was hilarious.
Creepy. According to Monos, when Micah smiled, people smiled back. And when Micah yawned, a contagious social behavior, we know, the subjects would yawn too. And when Micah's eyes would turn red and she'd use her devil voice, subjects would shit their pants. Magic Leap hopes Micah is just the beginning. The company is encouraging computer developers to build similar assistants on its platform. Quote, we will create a new universe, Mono said. Together we will populate that world. We can't wait to someday meet your Micah. Fuck you, John. God.
It is. Sometimes they use words that make it sound even more creepy.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to create an entire legion of troops.
Yeah. And they do it on purpose because it could have very easily seen, we believe this will make, the use of digital assistants a little bit more fun, a little bit more realistic, and a little bit easier to adapt to talking to a machine. We think it'll be great. You leave it at that and people are like, all right, kind of creepy, but whatever.
But no,
when it's like, we're going to fill a universe. We're going to wipe out human existence.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
JK. Magic Leap hasn't said when it expects people to experience Micah or an equivalent assistant, hopefully never. But according to Aditya Sankar, Director of Research and Education at the University of Washington Reality Lab, fucking Huskies.
Wow.
In a couple decades, it could be common.
It's kind of the pot calling the kettle black, according to your in-laws.
Oh, true. Good point.
Let's not be rude.
In a couple decades, it could be common for people to wake up in the morning, put on their augmented reality glasses, and see their very own Micah. So, I don't know if you saw Blade Runner 2049.
I have not.
Okay. It's a very good movie. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
But I don't need that to be real.
Right.
And that's basically what this is. And it's scaring me. So, let's just pump the brakes.
What I can't wait for you, and I think what's going to just ruin you for weeks, is you're going to
enjoy it.
Oh, for sure. Someone's going to send you one of these, and it's going to be like John. Was it John in the video? Was that the guy who did the presentation?
I don't think that was the guy. I don't actually didn't catch his name because he was so uninterested in telling us about it. I was uninterested in his name.
Well, let's just say, look, for the sake of argument, let's call him Peter. So Peter's talking about Micah, and Peter's like this and that, and you're watching Peter, and you're like, yeah. And then all of a sudden they go, no, Peter is Micah.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
And then all of a sudden there's no humans at all in this video. Nobody in the crowd, nobody giving the presentation, not Micah, and your brain is gonna freak out because you're like, I thought those were people.
Or
and you're not gonna be happy.
He's gonna look at the screen and go, "Did you get that, Matt?" And I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
That would be awesome.
This is a YouTube video. How does he know? Mm-hmm. Anyway, the new technology could also potentially impact how we learn. Quote, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if you walked into the National Gallery and had Van Gogh explain his art? Companies might make avatars of historical figures such as Van Gogh, Einstein, or Martin Luther King Jr. Students could sit across a table from a famous figure and get personally tutored on relativity from the person who discovered it.
But this technology has not been totally fleshed out yet, no pun intended. It's still in a work in progress.
Right.
I think this explains a lot of what's going on in the White House.
Oh, you think that he's not real?
We don't know.
Well, he's been around for a long time, though.
But has he?
Well, since the 80s, as far as I remember.
Well, we don't know. Were you there?
I was not in a room with him, but I lived in the 80s.
All right. Fake news.
All right. Fake news. That sounds really cool.
Hey, Matt, I don't care. Do you?
Well, this thing sounds cool. Like, that actually sounds interesting. Like, oh, you could sit there and listen to the person, you know?
Yeah.
But I would hope that would mean that they would also have, like, all their personality traits. So, like, you sit down and listen to Ernest Hemingway talking about a novel that he wrote, and then he just, like, goes off about how girls pretty much ruin everything. He's just got, like, a total, like, misogynist.
Oh, for
like,
sure.
Oh, whoa, Ernie. I just want to know about your book, man.
Einstein can beat his kids.
Right, exactly. I just hope that that's the case. Let's give a full, real experience for people, shall we?
Allegedly with the Einstein thing.
Right. Plus, realistic AI assistants could be able to earn our trust, which could be useful for fields like telemedicine. Earn our trust? Not this guy. Not this guy.
What if one of these AI things then starts telling people they're God?
If the AI person tells the human they're God?
Yeah. Because all of a sudden they can be everywhere. They can make miracles happen.
It's true.
Manipulating bank accounts.
There's a lot of manipulation opportunities here, Neil.
A lot of digital manipulation.
For sure. Yeah. Digital manipulation.
That's right. My anaconda don't want none less. Micah's got buns.
The breakthrough raises ethical questions too. You think? Avatars introduce the possibility of even more powerful fake news.
Yep.
What if a respected historical figure were used to incite violence? Regulations may be needed to govern the likeness of a person in a virtual world. So you're listening to Shakespeare.
What if your president dies, but then they just have a virtual one because they don't want to cause
and then then all the fucking people behind it are running the show or programming them to do whatever, and you don't know. It's like that movie Dave.
Or like Minority Report, where you have somebody, you create, like I create you to go rob a bank, and then they come after you. And you're like, but it wasn't me. And they're like, yeah, we have it on video.
Yeah, we've got a video. You're fucked. You fucked. Yeah.
You're wearing ducks gear and athleisure wear.
And asking people if they saw the game.
We know it's you.
Look at your heart flutter. We can tell. I just thought it'd be funny if it was like Shakespeare, like you're like listening to Shakespeare talk about Romeo and Juliet, and all of a sudden he's like, kill the Italians. Like, whoa.
You're like, wait, what?
What the hell just happened? But realistic, we're almost done, folks. Realistic avatars could be used to encourage tolerance. Through augmented reality, a person biased against a minority group could receive a favor. What does that mean? From an avatar who looks like a member of that group.
Oh, there you go.
In the real world, they would be more likely to reciprocate in a positive fashion toward a member of the minority group. That is bullshit.
Yeah, I don't.
Fun concept, totally not going to be real.
No.
Race is going to racist.
Yeah, it might help for people to be able to have a conversation with somebody of whomever their race is towards, that the conversation wouldn't escalate because the avatar wouldn't escalate.
Wouldn't
So
allow-
you might
yeah,
be able to
right.
learn more about the person and be like, oh, okay. But then it's going to be a really shocking thing for this person when they go into the real world and think they can talk to that person the way they talk to the avatar and not get punched in the face. You know?
Exactly.
So,
yeah, seems a little unrealistic. But critics caution about the hazards of increasingly human-like technologies like me. We're hardwired to believe that machines with an avatar or a human-sounding voice have empathy and care for us as a human would. They don't. Why do we want to attribute, this is a quote, personality, empathy, being to an avatar that has none, says Sherry Turkle, founder and director of the MIT Initiative on Technology and Self. Great question, Sherry.
Yeah, Turkle.
I'm with Turkle on this one. We talked to Siri, Echo, Alexa. We're starting to ask for their advice, not just on where to order pizza, but about how we feel about our boyfriends, children, and our parents. You ever do that? You ever be like, Alexa, I just don't know about my dad. What should I do?
Never have. Never have.
Maybe you ask for advice.
The most fun I think I've had with Siri was to ask her what the meaning of life is. And then my friend asked her.
She's always got some witty response to shit like that.
Yeah, mine was chocolate. And then my friend asked her, how do you get rid of a dead body? And she said, would you like me to look up shovels?
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's entertaining. I just thought it'd be fun if you were like, hey, Alexa, I'm about to record with Matt. Should I give him shit like normal or should I be nice? And she's like, the former.
I wanted to go back to the race thing with Micah or Micah-like things. You know, the other thing that could really suck is if somebody wants to cause chaos and disharmony, you can make it so if let's say you're like racist towards dads. So for you, like in your augmented reality,
that's not a racist towards dads. What would that be called? An ageist? Not really. It's not just about the age,
but it's a group of people, so it could be considered because being.
Well,
racist,
I guess it would be bigoted then. It wouldn't be racist. It would be bigoted toward people who were my.
You
father.
were about to say towards my dad. Yes. So then in the background, somebody made all the people that would look like dads stereotypical what you're bigoted against. So affirming that belief of like, that's why I don't like my dad.
Right.
That could be scary. Yeah, that could be scary.
It could.
So if somebody's, like, oh, I don't like Neil because he's always so Neil. And then all the Neils are always so Neil. And they're like, God. I'm never going to like Neils again.
If I was surrounded by a bunch of Neils, I'd lose my mind.
I'm going to make me lose my mind.
Turkle cautions that we're at an inflection point, similar to when the iPhone was introduced. It was a remarkable innovation and incredibly popular with users, but smartphones can also be addictive and distracting in social situations. You think?
Mm-hmm.
Tim Cook apologizes, quote, Cook apologizes and says, sorry, here are tools to walk it back, Turkle said. What do we forget when we talk to machines? We forget what it is to be human. What is special about talking to a human? That is the danger.
True.
I agree, Turkle. And it seems like you can't really put the toothpaste back in the tube, can you, Neil? All this shit's going to come out, and we can't walk it back because it's going to be too fucking far advanced, and we're not going to want to.
True, but they do have like the echoes for kids where you have to say please and thank you, so they walked it back a little bit.
I guess that's one step.
But
until
really,
the kid hacks it and is like, I want it to respond to me when I say fuck, shit, cunt, piss.
Is this Turkle not looking around of how people treat each other right now? Maybe it's better that we talk to computers and freaking not deal with humans.
Or has our disconnect due to technology made us not know how to connect with humans in a more natural way? Because we can go watch a YouTube clip like Halos and Heathens,
right?
And I can say this was bullshit. You guys are fucking lame, and there's no consequence because I'm not saying it to your face.
True, but wouldn't you rather?
You're not jerking off again, are you? I can hear zero in the background.
Wouldn't you rather not really deal with us?
I guess that's one way to look at it.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like this. I'm hoping that the world will get populated by Micahs.
All Micahs, all day.
4 Micahs.
4 Micahs.
You like that?
Okay. I think that's enough about technology.
You've had enough.
We've given them enough airtime. We've given Micah enough airtime. You happy, Micah? Like the funny thing is I can't see myself in the Skype window right now. So what would be really creepy is if Micah was like standing right behind me. She's not.
If it just came up. Just came up where my face is.
Bash me over the head with my brand new guitar. I have one more item. Well, really, there's a couple, but we're gonna get through them. This is pretty silly. It was sent to us from Agent Palmer, so thanks, Palmer.
AP.
This product is called Touch of Fur.
All right.
And it's a shawl made by Fendi. It costs 750 pounds in England. It's peach colored and has fur attached. Can you open it and tell me what it looks like?
Sure. Oh, snap. That is ballsy.
Well, not really ballsy.
It looks like you're wearing a vagina.
For sure.
It's really cool.
Because, yes, the
So
shawl
does your head the clitoris?
Yeah. It is.
Wow.
Yeah. So it actually is using real fox fur, so you're not going to like this.
No, I don't like that.
But the design...
Well, did the foxes donate it?
The foxes donated. They're like, oh my God, you look like you would look so much better coming out of a vagina.
Literally.
So I want
pun
you.
Intended.
I want to give this to you. This is my gift.
I like it.
There is a blue and red version of this also.
Well, yeah.
Which doesn't...
If you're sad.
It still kind of looks like something's going on there.
Sure. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess blue for the necrophiliacs and red for those that are into like period sex.
That would be, yeah, that's true. The necrophiliacs, Jesus.
Where are my necrophiliacs out there, huh?
Yeah, where you at? You guys out there? We got a huge contingency of those. Interestingly, we might.
You never know.
Interestingly enough, if you go to Fendi's site, the pink fur one has been removed.
Oh, I don't understand.
But the blue and the red remain.
I would think some people would like it.
But it's like clearly they've caught wind of it.
Oh, Jesus.
And decided to yank it. But the other two
boy.
are not that... There's no way to say this. How do I say it?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like you to try again, though.
They decided to take it out. They decided to get rid of it.
Okay.
Those
are good.
Work.
Yeah.
But they left the blue and the red, which is odd to me. And of course, for those who like the shave look, there is also one that does not have the fur.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Just the pink shawl.
I love it.
But the problem with that one is the fur slowly grows back over time. You have to keep.
You got to watch out. You don't want ingrown hairs.
So I leave you with that.
I appreciate that. That's awesome.
I hope you enjoyed that. If you get maybe the fake fur version, you'd be all in.
I think I'm going to get one for Annalise.
750 pounds.
That's crazy.
Pricey. We have mentioned, I think we mentioned last week, maybe the week before, but Podtoberfest is coming up. That is October 27th. And I am tentatively set to be on at 7 p.m. Pacific that day. I think I'm going to be on for 2 segments, I believe. So 10 p.m. Eastern. So go check that out. Listen to me if you like, or check them out in general. They start at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific on that Saturday. And they're going to go all the way till late night. So they're going to go for like 18 or 20 hours straight. So
nice.
Go check them out. It's a lot of fun. We've been involved every year since they've done it. And in some capacity, last year we were a complete shit show, and they were kind enough to ask me to come back on. You would be on too, I'm sure, but you guys are obviously out of country.
And we'll be listening. So
you'll be listening. We'll be listening.
And in the chat. And probably able to have your phone, because I'll be able to text you also.
Oh, okay. I can I can insert your remarks.
There you go.
I mentioned that we mentioned your vacation, which is coming up. You leave tomorrow night, and so for the next couple of weeks, we have some pre-recorded episodes that we'll put out, so we're not going to miss anything. But I just wanted to say I'm going to miss you, babe.
I'm going to miss you too, Bo.
It's going to be hard to get through.
But we'll be texting. I'll be sending you pictures of my dick on the beach and stuff.
I hope
it'll be good.
I hope.
Yeah.
But we'll be back to normal episodes back in November, once the first week of November rolls.
Giving away that Tinkle Bell.
Got to give away the Tinkle Bell. Don't forget Tinkle Bell. Hashtag Tinkle Me. At Reasons Are, at the Tinkle Bell. I need some fucking creativity. I need a little bit of effort. I mean, literally, you could be like, make a little fucking 2-word rhyme with Tinkle Bell. Say how you love it. Say how you're going to get it. Say how you've used it for other purposes. Like pouring gravy over your mashed potatoes at Thanksgiving. Whatever you want to say, I don't care.
Or pee-pics.
Or pee-pics. You can do that as well. I don't care. Whatever you want to send, and it will get, it'll make the rounds because we will retweet it, and so will Tinklebell because they're all over that shit.
They are.
You have till October 31st. So make it happen. Thank you very much for listening to our show this week. You can find us at reasonsareseveral.com. Go write a review. Will ya?
Wrong a review.
Go write a review right now.
Also, go vote.
And go vote.
Yeah.
Both those things.
Yes. In
but
November,
maybe do the
not
review
now.
first. The review first.
Review first, then go vote. Oh, you know what? Go vote and then review how your voting went.
There you go. That's
on
fine.
the
Whatever you want to say.
iTunes
You don't even have to talk about our show. Just write a review. Give us a 1-star. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, I do.
We want
give us
feedback.
5. Give us all 5.
We would like 5, but give us feedback.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can tweet us, as we said, at ReasonsR and at AngelsFreak7. Go check out Neil on Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks, as well as Halo and Heathens vlog on YouTube. And you can email us, reasonsareseveral@gmail.com. We'll be back next week. Bye. Neil, have a wonderful trip.
Bye. Thank you.